The darkness has a way of reminding us that we're not alone, and sometimes it longs for our embrace.
You insert the correct shape into the slot on the tabletop and the shape hums for a second and then it glows green. Then a ray of greenish light bursts out of the shape and hovers over the 9 white marble lifeless statues along the wall, while at the same time a new hidden stone door slides back, revealing a gloomy dark passageway. You pick up your sack and adjust your glasses and grab your staff. You study the staff and notice for the first time that there are 2 different raised runes carved into the sturdy wood. One of them is a symbol of a feather resting in an old-fashioned inkwell, while the second one is that of a bolt of jagged lightning. The hallway is pitch black and filled with shadows that dance around in the pale light of the room. As you study the staff, the image of the large computer screen flashes through your mind and you remember how the lightning bolt rune could be used as a light source. Holding your staff up in the air, you're uncertain what will happen next as you press in on the rune. All at once, a bright ball of pure white light emerges from the tip of your cane and it floats in the air just above your head. The ball of light appears to be squishy, but you decide not to touch it for fear of getting burned by it. As you enter the darkness of the passageway, it follows after you like a puppy. You cautiously scamper into the opening by tapping your cane up against the carved walls of the cave opening. Cool, damp, musty air embraces your body and your fur responds uncontrollably by sticking straight up for warmth. The passageway smells earthy and off in the distance. You can hear the sounds of water dripping from the roof of the cave. Behind you in the room you just left, there is a loud cracking sound and you stop and listen in bated breath for the sound to come again. You then hear some type of dragging sound and with your whiskers raised in fear, you quicken your pace through the darkness of the cave. Behind you there are some loud thuds and you realize that something is following after you. Glancing around at the solid stone walls, you search for a place to hide. You find a few cracks in the wall, but the spaces are too small for you to fit into and you continue on. You can hear the rocky sounds of something sliding and thumping within the passageway coming after you. Unable to handle the disturbing sounds anymore, you glance back into the darkness and shudder in horror as you see 2 pairs of greenish luminescent glowing lantern-shaped eyes emerging from the darkness heading towards you. You realize that it must be 2 of the 9 white marble statues that are following after you. What do they want with you? You frantically think to yourself, but whatever it might be, it's probably not good, and you dash into the darkness filled with an overwhelming sense of panic. The light cast by the ball of light continues to float above you as you recklessly dash through the darkness until you come to a split in the cave. You catch your breath for a second while studying the 2 paths for a sign to help you determine which way to go. In between the 2 passageways, there is a mural designed with 3 different pictures crudely drawn in cave art. Walking over to it, you study it by the light offered by the flaming ball of fire. In the first scene, there is a drawing of a giant yellow bird. In the middle scene, there is a large brown spider. The third scene was that of a white, saber-toothed tiger bearing its fangs. Believing that the pictures might be a sign of good luck, you decide to take the right branch. This branch is wider and you quickly dash down the passageway. However, as you move forward, your boot slips on a pile of stones and you slide out of control down towards an opening in the cave floor. A landslide of rocks slides and bounces into the hole and you just manage to stop yourself before going over the edge of the hole into the darkness below. Catching your breath, you dust yourself off and scramble over the rubble headed back the way you have come from.
This is Scotty McCarran reporting live from WBVS Internet Radio. I'm working the night shift, so all you night owls, I'm staying up late with you. Let me take a sip from my big cup of joe here and... What? Like and subscribe. Who gave me this mug? What?
Upon reaching the split in the passageway, you can see that this mistake has cost you dearly and the statues are almost upon you. Using your stealthy mouse skills, you dash down the left branch of the cave, all the while strategically swinging your cane from side to side without touching the floor of the cave. This branch of the cave leads you to a dead end, and you're terrified at the thought of those statues crushing you. Behind you the heavy footsteps are getting closer, and turning back around you can see the pale outline of the two marble statues stomping and hopping their way towards you. They're now close enough to see that one of them is shaped like a capital letter T. On top of its body is a small head with green glowing eyes encased in a grey lumpy membrane. It has skeleton-like arms coming out of the horizontal top bar and a thin set of legs coming out of its bottom. The second statue is shaped like a capital letter F, and it too has a small head with green glowing eyes encased in some of the strange-looking grey membrane. It has two arms both on its right side, while it hops around on one massive leg as it gets closer to you. Using your sneaky skills, you try to move around them without being seen, but they both spot you and turn to block you with their skinny stone arms. You take a swing at them with your staff, but they block it with their rocky arms. Your arms are left stinging from the blow, and you almost drop your staff from your paws, going numb. Once more, you back up until your body presses up against the cool roughed surface of the cave wall. Your swishing tail touches some carving on the wall, and you use it to determine what it might be. Despite the darkness of the cave, you can tell that there is something wrong with these statues and wonder what has caused them to come to life. Despite not being able to move their marble faces, you can sense something unnatural about them. They look deformed and feel as if something is twisted inside of them. The grey membrane encased around their eyes is oozing down their faces like greyish muddy tears, and they finally stop within an arm's length in front of you. Behind them, you can just make out the ghostly shapes of two more of the white marble statues, and you shrink back in total terror. As the other two white marble statues get closer, you can see that they too had been twisted into some type of demented letter shapes as well. One of them was carved like the letter N with a small head at the top and glowing green eyes encircled by more of the creepy greyish membrane. It had one oversized arm coming straight up out of the left side of its body like a beanstalk, and it had two sturdy legs beneath it. The other statue was in the shape of the letter O and had a small head with glowing green eyes encased by a sickly grey membrane. Strangely, its head was centered in the middle, attached by a thin neck, and it did not have any arms or legs. It instead appeared to be moving forward by just its locomotion by rolling on the rocky cave floor. Despite being distracted by the statues, your tail has completely felt the chiseled message, and you realize what it has spelled out. The message states, one of these four statues can assist you in creating a new document or rule, but choose wisely. If you get it wrong, there will be consequences for your actions. No time to be shy, quickly carve your choice into the wall. The two newcomers have caught up with the other two unmoving stony figures, and they all stand silently staring at you. Something was menacing about their appearance, and you rub some sweat off of your face. It was apparent from the message on the wall that these statues had been created to help you, but somehow they have been corrupted and instead now want to harm you. You rack your brain to remember the command for creating a new document, but your mind has gone blank. All at once, the statues raise all of their arms in unison and start inching closer to you. Fumbling with your sack, you rapidly feel inside of it, pull out your device, and guess the correct command. Hoping you have guessed correctly, you press down on the keys and hold your breath to wait and see what will happen next.